Hello people, forgive me for the noise pollution. This here is not my laboratory. I'm down here at McDonald's, so we're going to get some noise pollution, including my voice. I should have cleared my throat. But everyone is just dying of curiosity on just what chemtrails are. And so it's don't go away. So it's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to attempt to identify whatever it is. Notice on this top picture that seems to be an awful amount of chemicals in the air. So I'm going to take my pointer, and I'm going to hit him right there in that air trail. Use a red speckle, and I think I'll set the pixel width. Let's see what my pixel set it at. How about 2020? Okay, there it is. Now, this here is my reference because we can see there's an airline on it. And then we'll go to the other one here. And we'll hit that. Red. Okay. So we're going to attempt to see what is inside of it. Now, as what I can tell you right now is that these chemtrails probably have a memory retardant in it because everyone has seen human spiders and they have forgotten. And I know this one Jew who was telling me, whoops, come on, don't fall away. This one Jew was telling me, well, I knew that he was a black widow spider because I've taken off his attack disguise or his clerk suit that they come around in, and they're about 25 feet from toe to toe. Said he was out here in Utah and said that he needs this special gas that they have planted back east around Chicago, New York, and Ottawa, or I think that's Vancouver, because there's just not enough here in the atmosphere. And so it's what it is. It's something that spiders need to breathe. They're not reptilians, you know. There's only about 1 or 2%, I would say, that are reptilians that I've checked out. But the vast majority are spiders, symbiosis with a amphibian in it, either toad, salamander, or frog. And then there's other things like Subich striders and Butch Cassidy worms. Okay, so this here is what they're trying to do, and I've been on one of these airliners before, and from Hill Air Force Base to California, and they said basically about the same thing. It was just loaded with massive amounts of pipes in these containers, and the pilot, the crew members would go back there and turn on all these valves and make this pollution stink. And they said basically about the same thing, that these here were to give a spider a little, just a trace element is all that it needs, because you can think that you have killed one of these and bury it for 5 years and then dig it up again and the damn thing will walk out. You know, I've had that there done. Okay, so now we're going to go down here and we're going to analyze that, and you tell me. Now, it's what you can do with this video is take it and email it to your science teacher to tell you just what in the hell it's made out of, because I don't know if we'll be able to analyze it. Okay, so right here, this here is what it is made out of, and we'll be looking. The sample is going to be this blue line here, the blue, the green, and the red. That there's a sample. The turquoise and this lavender here is the reference, and there seems to be some compatibility about that, although this here is much lower on that, so whatever we make of it. So, and this here is the intensity. Let's see, this white one here, it looks like we're getting some oxygen in it, or some air. However, this one here is choked somewhat on it, and I'll give you a cleaner look at that, see if I know how to navigate without screwing up. Change graph. Okay, change graph. Okay, let's go to let's go to reference first. Okay, make plot. Okay. Yeah, now this here is definitely a chemical. It almost tells you itself. At 680 nanometers is where we're getting some peak value at, and it's here with the light intensity of it. But everything's fairly, straight. Let's see, we're up here at 0.2.5 is where it's coming out across at. Be sure to send this to your science teacher, boys and girls, because I don't. Okay, so let's go back and take a look at the sample that we see up there in the air. Change graph. Okay, this here is the sample. This here is the residual that's left. And, looks close. I don't know, would a spider like to inhale that? Because it looks like it has a little bit of a lateral dictus by having concentration or more, or it looks more like that of a MAC-10 that a MAC-10 would be breathing, because the lines they're very concentrated, concentration lines, and they'll lap one on top of the other. So we can speculate this is somewhere in the area of a MAC-10 spider or a black widow spider. Now, it's what you have to do is do your entomology research and see just what particular gas that spider needs to have, because there's not a lot of it in the atmosphere. And the good tyrant lateral dictator government that's been so good to them as they go on and to set up airplanes to supply it in the atmosphere. Thus meaning that the spider are not from this earth, and they could have been going on. It means that this smart spider is alien, and it's here on this earth, and it's trick-or-treating by replicating a man's image and trying to be us, and they can bang you. And I've seen, it's really heartbreak, but I've seen two girls who got banged at a Pat Benatar concert who were completely dissolved in 15 minutes. And I shot the guy 16 times, blew off half of his head, and he says, "Oh dear, I got to go home and change my clothes. You'll see that there's bullet holes in my clothing and no blood." And I told him, "Well, you better comb your hair too, because half his head was blown off." But it didn't faze him. But if you do put insecticide on your bullets, it will kill them. I used to shoot the hell out of them, and they never complained about it until I started using insecticide on the bullets, and then they started running back, mad that, hey, you killed him. You must use something else on the bullets, because they're dying now. And I'm so okay with them if I shot the hell out of them. But if you use insecticide on the bullets, that will help. Okay, now let's go over here and take another look at the transmittance and the absorbance. Okay, change graph. Okay, transmittance. Okay, this here is where it's transmitting at. Okay, it's coming up here at 420 nanometers. Oh, it doesn't look like we're just barely into the blue. And right here, 680 nanometers. We're taking a dive on it. And this here is the peak. We're going out just into the near infrared on this one over here. And so it's really very absorbent on that, at that particular wavelength. Okay, you see, so we got to read it, section by section, that this here is, we'll say 98 at this section here, at 520 nanometers, 510 nanometers, and you go from section to section to read this, and at 640 nanometers here, you're up around, you see 1.39 on it, 1.39 going straight across, and so you're going from section to section to learn how to read this. I got to spend more time at it, but there's not very much about it. This here is called Learn Light, and you can download it from Google Play Store. Okay, so this here is, I don't know, where we're on transmittance or absorbance. Let's go back, change graph, and absorbance. Okay, let me pull it. Okay, so it absorbs here in the blue section, 420 nanometers. And it goes all the way up to 0.17, and this here is where it does not, 650 nanometers, and we got a rise here, and we got a big drop off as it approaches the IR. Now you can tell by comparing the other one that it was going straight up as it approaches the near infrared. So I hope you learned something by this, or you can just take it and email it to your high school science teacher, see if they know what's going on. So let me see. Let's go back. See the plane. You see the plane and so forth, and right there's the chemtrails, and so we're this here's a memory retardant for spiders to help them breathe. Well, I hope I made this interesting enough here for you. So I got to shut down and upload. Let's see if I can find my way home.